Isack Hadjar, he was crying when he began the season, tears, but today it's been a different revelation. But do you think he replaces Yuki?
Hamilton says on the radio that guys, my tires are gone. I need to change my tires. Okay, who do they bring in? Charles. In the radio only he said that we need to talk to the stewards after the race. I need to understand what this was. Guess what?
He
The
did.
stewards denied meeting him. They're like, we don't want to meet you.
Obviously, you know Hamilton's not made it, Shah's not made it. What else you expect from me, dude?
You're a biased race watcher. yaar.
Biased
And
race watcher means why not?
Don't just. Have you heard that story where it's like, oh, this man is drowning and a boat comes in and he's like, no, 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 God will save me. That's Charles right now.
Perez goes off the track, cuts the chicane, off goes Leclerc, through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff coming out of the final corner. Perez and Leclerc.
All right, guys, we're back once again after a few weeks. We had a summer break and we straight went into the Dutch Grand Prix. Well, and if for all of you who have been watching our podcast previously or will be watching from here on, remember this is going to be a little different because me and Himika now are a few cities apart. She's somewhere else, I'm somewhere else. And like she just mentioned a few minutes back, we're in a long distance relationship, sort of, which is kind of going to get difficult. But yeah, we'll try and bring out the episodes for you after every race, which we haven't missed.
But what's most important is the fact that look, guys, we are so far away from each other, but we still do a video for you guys because we do anyways call each other after every race for a debrief. But this video is just for you guys, and you don't even comment. Rude. But that's okay. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, I just want to
But yeah.
start off by saying a little Pookie, Isack Hadjar, he was crying when he began the season, tears, but today it's been a different revelation, man. Like, I'm so happy for that guy, for what I saw on Sunday, the smiling face, the energy, the vibe, the team. What are your thoughts?
I want the editor to cut the part where I said Hajar is the rookie of the season. Initially, when the season started, I had said, guys, look out for Hajar. He is going to be one of the best. Everybody is fangirling over Kimi. Let's not talk about Kimi from the Dutch GP, but everybody is fangirling over Kimi. And look, look what I always am right because never listen to me. But I'm very happy. Of course,
So,
it came at a price.
yeah, so
It
we can agree that he got a little lucky, maybe.
came at a
But
price
yeah,
by little plans. But I mean, honestly, I'm very happy that we're shooting this 2 days after the race because it has given me some time to get over it. Because until yesterday, I was not talking to anybody.
thank God we didn't
But
do an episode yesterday.
yeah, I'm very happy that we did it. But I mean, I'll give credit where it's deserved. I will also give you a fun fact with it if you like.
Yeah, definitely we do.
Isack Hadjar now holds the record for the uh, least amount of races before they get their first podium, like for Red Bull. Like if you see any other ex Red Bull driver like Vettel and Max and everybody, all of them took at least more than 20 races. Vettel took 22 races to win his first podium. Isaac did it in only 14 races. So, I mean, he's right now holding the record for the least amount of races you've done before you got your first podium as a Red Bull junior driver.
Let me
So I think that's
let me just add some spice to this and ask you, do you think now he becomes or he replaces, God bless you,
sorry.
but do you think he replaces Yuki as a second Red Bull driver in the future?
Can I give you another fun fact about this?
Give me, but
So
I just want to like, if you can,
I will answer. I will answer.
uh,
Like it is added to this. It's related to this. There was a small clip that I saw
yeah,
of Max.
even I saw that. I also saw that.
Yeah.
But
Of
I just wanted like a more generic sort of, like without that being an option, just to understand, like, what do you
But
think?
it's not just us who are thinking this right now. Isaac himself has gotten this question way too many times over this weekend itself in press conferences and everything. And I think everybody inside Red Bull knows that VCARB is a better car right now.
Yeah.
So I won't be surprised if Max goes to VCARB next year instead of Red Bull.
What?
I think that's a better promotion. Like at this point of time, going to Red Bull sounds like a demotion more than a promotion.
Hmm.
And I feel there's too much ego in Red Bull for them to put Max in the V card. So I guess it makes sense. Max did want to test the V carb in Bahrain though, but he was not allowed. I think this is a news during the summer break. But having said that, I don't think Isaac has much of a say in something like that in the whole Red Bull V Cup thing because at the end of the day, when you sign a contract, you're signing the contract with the Red Bull mother team. But I think if it is up to Isaac, I don't think that's the ideal
Scenario.
scenario that he would want to see himself in. Yes.
Yeah, I also think that from here, if there are really good talks about him for him, he should definitely look at joining another team, which is also very difficult because everyone's
No,
pretty stacked up and there is no chance anywhere.
there's nothing right now because only Mercedes has a spot. Mercedes is aiming for higher things than Isaac.
Yeah,
And
we're reading between the lines in the summer break.
yep, Sardinia, did somebody say Sardinia? I don't know who said it. Uh, but I mean, a lot can happen. I'm still not fully uh, confident about the fact that Max will stay in Red Bull next year, no matter what he says, what they say. Every time, like even yesterday in the race, the moment Lando had that DNF, I was saying, yeah, when like after Lando DNF, I was still at that place that, oh, now Oscar has to go, like, Oscar has to do better in the next restart because he has Max behind him, who's like
Hmm.
the god of starts. But that very moment, we had a radio where he was like, the car is shit. So, like, we all know that Red Bull is not good. It is only Max who keeps putting it up there every weekend test. You can call me biased, but the results talk for themselves. Like you can put anybody else in that car, and Max is still gonna do better than them because it's just Max is just more open to adaptability, and Red Bull right now is a shit car, and he's also a generational talent.
Okay,
So
I think we can keep that and we've established a lot of the Red Bull bit there. I want to ask you another thing, right? Now you're a Max fan, Red Bull, we're aiming for championship, and we now know that next year, Max, yeah, I know you're a McLaren fan also, whatever. I can't see it's McLaren, right? But anyways, next year now we know that he's making a move to Mercedes, even though things are not being said. Chalo, we can see in hindsight that Max is gonna go there to Mercedes. How happy would you be for him? And do you think he will win a championship with Mercedes? I think that is now a topic of conversation that I want to touch.
uh, see, as a Max fan, I would be very happy because when you're supporting a driver, all you care about is them winning a championship more than the team they're winning it for. So, of course, Max in Mercedes sounds like a better prospect right now than Max in a Red Bull. But again, next year is a year of surprises. The cars are very different, the rules are very different. There are so many new things that are coming up. There is no DRS, there's some mom and everything. There's a lot of different factors which will make or break a car or make or break a team. So I don't know how much faith I have in Mercedes when it comes to that.
Toto is there,
But
dude. Toto is there.
Toto's there, exactly. But Toto's there. If Toto gets the confidence of having Max in that car, I think he's gonna make hell break loose
Yeah.
for him to have a car that he can win championship with. Because
Hmm.
I'm sure if Max comes to Mercedes, he is definitely going to burn a hole in Mercedes' pocket with the amount of money that he's going to charge them.
Yeah.
But he will also be bringing such results. So I think if Mercedes is willing to take that risk, they'll have to take the full risk and actually go that far. if you ask me, do you think it's a bigger chance for Max to win in a Mercedes than a Red Bull? I would say yes. Yes, there is. At least at this point of time where Red Bull is just not willing to listen to the drivers because they just think that they have it all. Max also has said this in a interview, if I'm not wrong, or I heard it. I just remember Max saying this. Like right now, it's at a point where the engineers have become way too overconfident in their abilities. So they are not listening to the drivers when they are saying that, this is not working and this is not, they're like, no, we know what we're doing. So I don't think that's how our team works. And I think knowing Max that he's not going to sit there and wait for somebody else to decide his future. So yeah, Mercedes definitely feels like a better everywhere.
Yeah, and I also think also the fact that Toto hasn't won for a while, he's also that kind of personality like Max or like a Lewis Hamilton who wants to keep winning at almost every time. Like Toto's also someone like that. So I think next year Toto's also gonna come in full force and be like, okay, if we're taking Max, then we better go all out and we better go, full throttle kind of. So I'm very excited for that part as well. Should we Before we touch upon the McLarens, obviously Piastri won. Feeling bad for Lando. It was a really good race, and I think towards the end we may have seen again a good competition between one and two, and maybe Lando overtaking, whatever, whatever. We
Man,
just we just keep that aside. Let's talk about the team that you framed right behind you, which is not in its OG color, I would say. Blue is not their color.
it's on the floor for a reason.
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but my man Lewis Hamilton. Who's that? Is that Lewis?
The
It's just
the
Ferrari.
OG
Oh, OG Ferrari.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
the OG Ferrari.
But
But
yeah, man, how do you feel about Ferrari? Ferrari, because I don't
it's
know.
so bad. Sorry.
As soon as Lewis went out, and then Charles did as well, I texted my friend, and my friend was texting me as well that Ferrari is so bad, is so bad, like in their strategy and everything. And I was like, maybe after the summer break things would get better, but dude, it's like you're trying to push the drivers out of the team. And I am so like, I was bummed that what a sad weekend it was for Ferrari. Two drivers, DNF. So second one was again not his fault. There was someone coming from the back. So we
A
have
lot
to,
of questions regarding this, to be
yeah.
very honest.
But the first one, yeah, like, I don't know. Lewis also.
Okay, may I?
Please.
Since you're a Ferrari fan, I'm sure it's
I'm
hard for you.
let's reiterate it. Not a Ferrari fan. I'm a Lewis fan, which is why I need
So
to
now,
support Ferrari.
because of that, you're a Ferrari fan. So I mean, it's so funny. I was feeling thirsty and you drank water. That's crazy.
That's the long distance
Connection.
that's working.
Moving on, I just feel okay. Number one, there are a few things that I want to talk about, and I'm very agitated when I say this. Number one, since you're a Ferrari fan, I'm sure it's hard for you to look at it from a place of like no judgment. But there are a lot of things that have gone haywire for me as a person. Firstly, Hamilton says on the radio that guys, my tires are gone. I need to change my tires. Okay, who do they bring in? Charles.
Shots.
Are they like are you stupid? What the hell? What is wrong with you? Okay, chalo
He was
theek hai.
also the
Since
one who
uh,
Ham was also the one who suggested first that we should go in for an undercut strategy, but he never
yeah,
got a chance to come.
okay. I mean, ठीक है, your undercut strategy, of course, the better strategy will always go to the number one driver in the team. And hate me all you want, but right now the number one driver of the team is Charles because he
Charles.
has more points, more podiums, whatever. So I mean, I get that. But changing tires at a point where Charles himself said my tires were just fine, instead of a driver who's actually struggling, is stupid, number one. Which is why Charles's pit stop was like annulled. Like because of Lewis crashing, everybody else got a free pit stop. So in
Yeah.
short, you not only ruined one driver's race, you ruined both of your drivers' races.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, we'll keep this aside in a box and shut it. Number two, the Charles move on George. So you're telling me if Max had done that move, he wouldn't have gotten a penalty? Think about it. I have the video of Charles overtaking. Wait, I will show you
No,
because I
I've
have.
listen to me. I've seen that video, but just specifically when this conversation comes to you, to Himeka Bose, I want to tell you that every time we can't get Max involved. Every time we
No,
can't get Max. Like,
no,
I'm just saying, I'm saying we cannot compare every incident saying that if Max did this, what would have happened. I
no, because
understand. I understand.
you
I
are
understand from where you're
following.
coming. I, s-
So
I've
you're
seen it.
telling me. No, the reason I bring Max into this topic is because something very similar has happened 2 races back when again Max's car was slightly outside the racing line like Charles's was, and Max got a 10-second penalty and Charles did not get anything. That is the only reason why I'm bringing Max into the conversation, because the rules should not be different for two different drivers. If you are
Fair.
if you're implementing a rule, it should be the same for everybody. And the fact that he did not get anything for that is just crazy. Like, how is it? Like, even in that race, George's car did not get ruined. George's car was fine. Max's car got ruined. Even in this one, George's car didn't get ruined, but Charles didn't get a penalty. I know, okay, what happened to him was different, but had anything not happened to him, he wouldn't have gotten the penalty. Isn't that unfair? You tell me about that.
I don't know. I just think it was a fair call. Like, I think it was fine.
And if that was a fair call, then the last call was wrong.
मतलब रात गई बात गई kind of.
Don't change your rules based on the country the
No, so
drivers.
I'm saying the same thing. I think the circumstances with Max looked a little different than it looked with with Charles. Like I explained in the last podcast also,
Okay,
it looked like a
Charles is
clear overtake sort of. I understand that he was
no.
cramped for room and he went off.
As per rules, is if during a turn one car's apex is ahead of the other person, then that car is entitled to the corner.
Hmm.
That's a rule,
So which is
right?
Russell's?
If
Ideally,
I
in an
show
ideal
you, yeah,
scenario.
show me the video. Russell's car was ahead in the corner, in the turn. So for Charles to try and overtake him, first he's off, then he went off
But
while overtaking him.
yeah, I mean
You
also
can
how much? How
not
much?
my friend,
How much?
but you
And
know what I mean.
so chalo, okay, maybe like a 5 second penalty could have been.
Could have, but did not happen.
Which
Is
is
my point. My only issue is if you are implementing a rule, you write it on a piece of rock so that the same rule gets implemented throughout the season. Even the Carlos incident, the
science, yeah.
Carlos and Lawson incident. Carlos was at fault and Carlos got the penalty. And
Yeah.
yes, hate me all you want, but it's true because again, same thing.
He was also hating himself.
Liam's car was ahead, he was behind, he did not move and he did not leave space. So
Hmm.
Carlos did get that 10 second. Why did not Charles get a 10 second? Guys,
So
if you think
what are
I'm
you
wrong,
saying? What are
please,
you so the point being, okay.
please explain to me in the comments if you think I'm wrong and why do you think he did not get a penalty? Because I'm actually confused because from where I see it, it's unfair. So go
I'm
on, sorry.
I'm just no, I was just trying to draw a line. Are you saying that the FIA or the people making the judgment are a little fair or biased towards Ferrari? Kind of, do you think?
It's the Ferrari thing as such. I just feel like there is a slight British driver bias, but that doesn't work here because Charles is not British. But there is some bias because Carlos got a penalty in the same race.
No,
You know what I mean?
I'm also trying to understand it wasn't Max as well. It was if there was a British bias, then maybe because Russell was the one who was harmed, then Charles should have got like a penalty there. Because obviously,
For sure.
yeah.
For sure,
But
you're
I'm
right.
just trying to understand ki maybe is it like the Ferrari thing coming in and big team kind of, or it's just the inconsistency in giving the decisions.
Inconsistency because I cannot really pinpoint why, what, where, but I just feel like the moment that happened, my first thought was something so similar has happened last race and the other driver has gotten a 10-second penalty, it doesn't matter who the driver is. I would have
Hmm.
fought the same way had it been Oscar Piastri.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have fought like this if it was George Russell because I don't care about him. But anybody else, I would have fought about it. So,
Yeah.
and just the same race mate, another driver has gotten a penalty for something very similar. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah. Yeah.
not.
I get you.
And yeah, these are a few things that I noticed. And of course, what happened to Charles was so heartbreaking. He was doing so well. He had, it's like, honestly, it's just sad when anybody crashes because of somebody else's fault, like,
Yeah.
because it could be any driver except Russell, but it could be any driver, and I would feel very bad. And especially for Charles and Ferrari, it's just so sad. Like, my unpopular opinion would be Charles is never going to win a World Driver Championship if he keeps staying in Ferrari.
But
He
now
will
there's
never
no
win
other
it.
option. Cadillacs also announced their stuff.
He's
Who
screwed.
else?
He's the Daniel Ricciardo.
Ouch. Daniel
It's true.
Ricciardo. It hurts.
Sad because, I can see that, like, even that day, I was so pleasantly surprised by how aggressive Charles
Charles
was
was.
on his.
Yeah. That's
He
true.
was so good.
Yeah.
Like, he was so fresh. It was like you could finally see some kind of hunger. But
Yeah.
it's also because he felt like the car was good. He felt better than the car. And if Ferrari can just give him that and not ruin his life with their strategies,
Hmm.
I I don't see it happening. I really think Charles has the capability of winning at least one World Driver Championship.
Yeah.
But being very honest, time is passing, and how we have rookies. We have a Isack Hadjar, we have a Kimi Antonelli, we have a Bortoletto.
Yeah.
These
Bortoletto.
kids are getting good cars. These
Yeah.
old people are going to get screwed.
Yeah.
And Charles is at a point where he's in the middle, like he's surrounded by Oscars and
Piastri.
Landos and and Carloses. Even if he gets out of his, he's still like this. No, he cannot run anymore.
Yeah.
Like he's at a point where like this is not 2017, 2018 anymore. There's only one driver to beat. There are too many drivers to beat right now. Like everybody's
Yeah, it's
bringing
I
their.
think I think the race, I think the circuit I'm saying, the leaderboard has opened up so much that now maybe next year from the word go, unless and until it's McLaren, you can't tell as to who can be where and what can happen exactly. Even
Like
you have to fear for
look
them as
at
well.
last. Like it was so like all for like I think it was the first time in recent history that seven drivers won a race. That's
Hmm.
how open it is. You will like before if you look at the last say 10 years, it's always been that one excessive driver to beat. And if not, there's one crazy driver and one who's slightly behind and two people to beat. Right now, you have to beat half of the grid to win. Like
Yeah,
the competition is only
is
getting
yeah
better and
better.
better and better, and Charles is only getting older and older and older, and newer people are coming in more and more and more. This is not looking great for him.
Yeah.
He has the next. If you ask me, I think he has only 3 more years to
No,
figure
but
out how.
no, but how does he do it? The point being that right now there is no option for him. If he had to do something, it should have been before this season, where he moves to a
Management
different team.
needs to do better.
That is for both. Then that applies for Lewis and for him,
No,
because if the
Lewis
management does
chose,
better,
Lewis chose this.
hmm,
Charles is just suffering in it. I understand. Like it's like Lando and McLaren. I think he's too loyal to his team because they have brought him from what. But you need to understand that the day you stop winning, they're going to be the first people to kick you out, and you need to like once you stop racing, nobody's going to care how loyal you were to which team if you have no stats to prove how big you were as a driver. And right now, Charles doesn't have it.
yeah, that's
Like
true.
he's slowly trickling down the memory lane of people when they talk about Charles. Like now, if you talk about good drivers, Charles comes at a number 5 or a number 6. Am I wrong? Like you can please correct me if I'm wrong, but there are much better drivers on the grid, and it's not the driving, it's the results. I
Yeah,
We only make these assumptions as per results.
that's true.
Nobody's going to care why you have 20 points in a season and how many times your team has screwed you up or you have DNF. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's the numbers, and you don't have them. And you need to get numbers for you to be remembered in this sport that you've worked so hard for, you know? Like, I'm not saying this with angst or like annoyance. I'm speaking with concern because I really think he can do it. His management needs to buckle up, fucking sign Mercedes, sign something else. You know, Mercedes is looking for someone. Like, sign Cadillac. I don't know. Try, give yourself a fresh start. You know,
Cadillac is
get
difficult, dude, now.
sign Audi. You
Yeah,
know,
Audi
like
maybe, definitely.
don't just it's have you heard that story where it's like, oh, this man is drowning and a boat comes in and he's like, no, 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 God will save me. That's Charles right now. He needs to save himself. He cannot wait for God to save him.
Interesting. Very interesting. But
Yeah. I'm so passionate about it. I'm like, ah,
yeah,
I don't even like
more than you've been passionate about Lando, I think today a lot of emotions have come out for Charles. But yeah, I think
it.
it's fair.
So
It's
upset,
fair.
man.
It's
I
fair.
feel so bad for him.
That's fair.
Like,
I think
yeah, no.
yeah. But I was gonna bring up also Alonso, who had a good race, I think. P8. ठीक है, मतलब we expected him to be in the top 5.
Quali, I don't get. I don't get what happens from during quali. Like practice one, practice two, practice three. He was so fast. He was so good. I was like, oh, Alonso P3, let's do it. What happens to him during quali, man? Like I feel so bad. Like I am slowly turning into an Alonso fan, but I don't think it's going to last long
I
if
think
he keeps doing
also,
this.
yeah, sometimes also free practice is free practice. The word itself, free, says a lot of things about your mindset as well. When
But
it's
Aston Villa,
qualification, when it's no, I'm just saying when it's qualification, automatically you're playing with some pressure. Ki yaar, I have to get into, XYZ.
one
So
second. If we are talking about pressure, there is nobody better on the
I
entire
was,
grid,
m-
team principals included, who have more experience in this than Alonso. That man has been doing this for 20 years.
I was coming to
I
that.
don't think there is the problem for him.
I was coming to that, and also to I was gonna say pressure because of the fact, just what you were explaining, that this now the scene has changed completely. Like before, you were competing with just one or two drivers, like you mentioned, but now you're doing it across a whole board. Like there are 8 to 10 drivers out there who can do better than you. So maybe things are a little different for him, but I mean, yeah, just
I don't think that's enough though, because Aston in general is not like providing the best cars every now and then. So ideally, if you are a driver who wants the best out of your team or yourself, you need to utilize the weeks that Aston gives you a good car.
yeah. And I
You
think
know,
that'll only
like
happen next year when Adrian does something better, maybe. Hopefully. Depends on
genuinely
what they come up with.
यार अगर तुम्हें गाड़ी चलाने नहीं आती तो यार like look at like Stroll needs to go.
Hopefully he goes. We've mentioned that about 3 times now in 3 episodes, but I
Imagine this possibility. What if Stroll leaves and Charles comes to Aston?
great. Why not? But then
No?
Charles should take the plunge, no? Charles, just
How
like you
can
mentioned,
Charles's manager cannot think of this?
I think you should DM him. A lot of people who you DM and story.
In a
You
in
know
a
what we'll
sea
do?
full of
I'll tell
stars,
you.
married, he's going to read this one where I go, Charles, listen to this.
I think you should say that line again. We'll put it at the first part of our reel. We'll put it on story, and then you tag the person on story for the reel, the manager of Charles, and let's see what he reacts. I think we should
Yeah,
do
I
that.
don't but I hope he does. You know what? I don't want to react to my reel. Just do something with your life, Mr. Leclerc. Please do
Hopefully,
something.
yeah.
I'm just so upset with him, man. It's just so sad because you can
Yeah.
see somebody's potential just,
And
I'm scared that he's gonna turn into another Daniel Ricciardo, and I don't want that. I really don't want that.
no, but like you
See,
mentioned, now that I think of it, I think it is happening, dude. Very close to that phase that he may just turn into a Daniel Ricciardo if he doesn't really do something, or if Ferrari doesn't buckle up. either of the two. Either Ferrari needs to up their game.
He's been with Ferrari since 2017. Like he was an Alfa Romeo in 2017. 2018 onwards, he's been in Ferrari. He's been with the team for 6 years, and the closest he was ever to a world championship was 2022, right? And Ferrari fucked it. If it was anybody else, they would be like, you know what, dude, you cannot help me when I need you, so I am out.
I
Because it's
think
not like Ferrari has the best car or the best strategy or the best people or anything. Ferrari, the only thing Ferrari has right now is the fact that they are the oldest team. It's just bragging rights. That's all you have as a Ferrari driver. That, oh, I was a Ferrari driver. Where is your stats? Where are the numbers? Where are your wins? Where are your podiums? Where are your good calls on strategy? Non-existent.
I think teams in red require a whole ass revamp, just like Manchester United have had this year, like a whole ass revamp. They have a
Yeah,
like
he
a
also works with the man.
yeah, they have like a new co-owner and everything, and things are changing. Hopefully, I think Ferrari does that as well.
Alonso skill great. Carlos Lawson, Max's start skill was great. Oh, Carlos radio. Can we please take a moment and talk about it?
Was it about the anger?
Not just the anger or everything. Carlos got that 10-second penalty, right, for the Lawson incident. And Carlos mentioned that I want to talk to the stewards after, right?
Oh, I didn't catch that.
In the radio only he said that we need to talk to the stewards after the race. I need to understand what this was. Guess
Ah,
what?
he
The
did.
stewards denied meeting him. They're like, we don't want to meet you. They're like, he was denied. He was like, I don't. This is like the. No, I'm not gonna say it. This is like, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is like lack of RTI. You know what I mean? Like what?
Do you think
Oh,
if Max would be there, they would speak to Max?
I don't think so because Max is gonna break the whole program. But at this point, honestly, if they gave it to Max would be like, yeah, one more undeserved penalty. It doesn't matter. I
Yeah,
feel.
he's not someone who'd even go to talk to them. Be like whatever.
Yeah. And the fact that that Carlos, like, I think it's unfair because if you're giving a driver a penalty and he wants to come and have a chat with you, I think
Explanation.
that's his promotion.
Hmm.
And we're
Interesting.
denying that. Apparently, Carlos was crying after the race because he was denied the thing. Yeah, and it was his birthday, by the way. Yesterday was his birthday, so a day before his birthday.
Yesterday was his birthday, but I don't think he was crying.
Apparently, is what
I
I've
thought you were
heard
being
from.
sarcastic.
Uh, yeah, I guess. But yeah, that was there. That was really funny. I would definitely talk about it. And I was like, that's a little unfair from the stewards because if you're giving a decision, have the balls to like stand by it and face the person and be like, yeah, you got this because this what happened.
Happened.
But
Yeah, fair.
I guess
That's how it
George and
goes.
Charles, Ferrari pitting Charles the moment Hamilton complains is the is you know I actually even did a story. If you guys are not following me on Himika Dog, you should. I had posted a story that very moment that the fact that that Hamilton asked for a pit stop and they pitted Charles and by the time Charles came out Hamilton crashed is the easiest way for me to explain how Ferrari works as a team.
And keeping
Charles
shut.
Ferrari. Bad. Also, McLaren fucked up a lot of pit stops, by the way.
Oh
McLaren did not
yeah.
do a decent pit stop
Yeah.
this
But I
whole
think
race.
it doesn't affect them that much.
Did not
Like
affect them this time because it
uh,
was a safety
no,
car.
I remember the last podcast as well. Me and you had that same discussion where they, messed up on the pit stop, and we had the same conversation that it didn't affect them. I said the same line, and you also said that it didn't affect them this time. Same thing happened in this race again, where they
It
had
didn't.
where they messed up again, and it didn't affect them. I think it's that kind of a season for them, but definitely that's an area to improve upon.
Talking about McLaren, one more thing I would like to add. McLaren has not had any issues with mechanics this whole time until this race. And what we figured out that it was an issue with the chassis. And we don't know if it's something that's gonna happen again. But definitely, I think that this might have costed Lando the championship. I'm not saying that he would have won because it's all woulda, coulda, shoulda again. But had he even placed second today, he would still have like a 14-point
Yeah,
gap.
yeah.
But now
A
that he's not
DNF
6-point gap.
is
Like
bad.
until of the DNFs one race and
Yeah.
Lando wins that one, that like
Now there is no chance.
so I mean it is hard for Lando to win this one. But and you know what, you could see it, but I really okay, sorry. You could see it the way he was sitting down and everything that he realized. But one thing I would definitely like to like put it out there that Lando's mentality has changed so much, and I'm so proud of that.
Yeah.
Because this entire time, normally we have seen Lando's car have mechanical issues quite a few times in the whole time since he was a McLaren driver, but you have always seen him blame himself somehow for it. But this time it was so good for me to hear that he was like, you know what, some things are not in your control, and I did everything I could. He was fast in practice one, practice two, practice three. By the way, the reason Oscar got P1 in qualifying, you know why? He got a toe from Hadjar. He got
Hmm.
a very slight toe from Hadjar in the last corner.
Oh,
And lucky for him, I'm not like shitting on him for this. Good for him, I guess. But I will not take anything away from Lando because he was driving his best. And, it's just sad. Like, even if I wasn't a McLaren, like a Lando fan, I would still be like, it's sad to see a championship battle going into shit, going into shit. There's no better word for it. Going into shit because of mechanical failures, like,
yeah.
yeah, if he would have crashed, I would be like, yeah, it's his fault. If he would have like gone into, if he got like a penalty point, I'd be like, yeah, again, his fault. But these kind of things, because
But
as
also,
we are all Formula One fans, right? We want the sport to be more exciting, and this kind of kills the whole fight for the championship. Like it's sad, but I
yeah,
guess that's now.
I was also coming to the point that it's not always happened with them. This is kind of the first time. So maybe for the team as well, you just gotta like give them the benefit of the doubt. Ki, okay, they've done so many races in a very clean way. It hasn't happened before. So maybe this is one of those days or one of those times that it's happened. But it's a huge opportunity for Lando, which is just gone. Like a DNF is a huge uh,
And
uh
second DNF this
hole in the
season,
wall.
Oscar won DNF this season.
Yeah.
And imagine having a DNF year after having. Oh, Oscar did not have a DNF in Australia. He still finished in points. My bad.
I think
But
Oscar's
he,
never had a DNF, no?
Oscar never. No,
Never had a
I
DNF.
was thinking of Australia, but then I realized that he went off, but he still came back in P9. But I'm talking about this one, Lando. I mean, even after having a DNF, he was only 9 points behind. Now the
Yeah.
second, like, how much will you save, man? Like, sprint and all, yes. Somebody did do some math on my comment section saying if he wins everything from now onwards, then he can cut this gap. But man, it's very easy to say that, oh, if you win everything, but it's very hard to win everything. Like, because there are sprints involved, there's a lot of other things involved. I think there are only 2 or 3 sprints left, so it's only 24 more points up for the grabs. But I think for this fight to be
But yeah, not
fun again,
bad. But not bad. I mean, I'm in with that guy whoever said that if, Lando wins everything, there is still a chance. Because why not? There is a chance for Piastri also to drop down. Maybe he'll be a P3, maybe he'll be a P4, maybe he'll be a P5 in one of the races. You never know.
P5 is mushkil, the way that
Mushkil,
man
I'm
is.
just saying maybe. That's why I'm saying maybe.
But yeah, this is Oscar's third year. So when Oscar's first year when he joined, for the first half of the race of the Canada, McLaren was shit. Like they kept having failures, they kept having mechanical failures, they kept having chassis issues, engine issues, blah blah blah. So I really hope this does not turn into that, because if this happens, then of course the world constructors will get more fun, but they're already way ahead. Like
Yeah,
I think
they're
McLaren is
brilliant.
at a 60, and the second team, I think it's Mercedes. Who's the second team?
Second team was Ferrari all this while, but I don't know now who it is.
But the second team is at 280. I don't remember reading the name, but it was
I think
280.
it's
So it's
still
like
now it definitely not is not Ferrari. Should be I think Mercedes. Then
I think
should be like
no, I
yeah.
think it is Mercedes. George has way more podiums than anybody
Yeah,
else this
definitely.
season.
Yeah, now should be up.
So I mean, I really hope this is not a start of what happened in 2023, but
No, highly
yeah,
doubt.
I really hope not, man, because this is just sad to watch. It just broke my heart so much. But I mean, it is what it is. It was really hard to watch. I cried. I would not lie when I say that I did cry a little bit. It was very heartbreaking. But I mean, that's a part of the sport, I guess. What we lost the championship fight, but we won a rookie podium. So I guess we can be happy
Yeah,
about that.
something different happened this race, which is great. I mean, things that happened with
So,
Ferrari is not different, but point being that love to see Hadjar in there, and
yeah.
yeah, I mean, good enough. Do you have anything else to cover?
Sorry.
Do you have anything else to cover?
No, I think we've figured most of it. We've done
I
everything.
was
I think
thinking, how do we do the ratings? So there's one option where I close my eyes and you give the rating, and Shruti
yeah,
can see
on camera. Yeah,
on
sure. That'll be
camera,
able to.
and then I can, like, we can do that. Should we?
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm doing mine. Shruti is
Yeah.
here only, so she will see yours, and she'll see mine
Okay.
also.
Um,
Oh, guys, if you're just like first time watchers or whatever, remember we do ratings for every race, like on how we found the race, and we guess each other's ratings just to see who's winning. Currently, we are at one apiece. I'm one, Himika is one, because the last time we shot this, Himika won it. So, yeah.
I don't know how you feel about this race, man. What the fuck? Are we rating it as like fans of this of our team, or
Don't
are we
ask,
are
yeah.
we
You've rated so many now. Just rate it.
this is what
I'm done.
I think you will rate it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with my instincts. Fuck
Okay.
this.
You show first. Shruti's coming here.
Look somewhere else.
Arey, or where to look now? I cannot see from the corner of my eye.
Okay, she saw it. Did you see it? Yeah, she saw it.
Shruti saw it? Okay.
Now I'll rate.
Yeah, you wait. Shruti has already seen mine.
I think for me, this
Wait,
race is
let
a
me show mine to the camera, dude.
hold on.
Close your eyes. Okay. Yeah, say.
I think for me, this race is a very good 9.5.
Wow, 9.5.
Too
Without
much happened. It was a very interesting race. How about
interesting.
you?
I think it was a 7 for me, dude.
What?
Yeah, I didn't.
What?
Obviously, you know Hamilton's not made it, Shah's not made it. What else you expect from me, dude?
You're a biased race watcher, yaar. ऐसे
Bias
तो अगर
race watcher
तुम
means why
follow
not?
करते
Everyone can't be like you, yeah. I am watching for Lewis Hamilton to go on the
how
podium.
will I know? How will I know that you're rating based on that? Every
How
time we rate, we
every
go
time
wrong.
you've been rating last race also, you know, Lewis was in there. My mood was like okay. Before that though, he was like nothing happened in the race. I had rated some 4.5 kuch 5. So
Such a good race, and that was
it
such a
depends,
good race.
yeah. My wish. I think it was a okay race, honestly. Haja
I
did
feel
win.
Norris
That's why
wasn't biased.
Haja did win. That's why I'm giving him like a. That's why it's like a good race.
What did you guess mine was? 8.
7, 7.
7.
Yeah.
No. I thought you'll give it a 9 because so much happened in the race.
No, I think I had given a 9 to another race where a lot of things happened. I forgot now which one.
No, Zandvoort, like for a track that
It was a great track, but
is about to overtake him, we saw so much drama. Like I was waiting for the race to be boring AF, but it was
I didn't find it that interesting also, honestly, if you ask me. Like I think once the start began, things went in the same direction. Just towards the end, we had like two yellow flags, whatever happening.
no, I think lap 27 onwards things started. Like, there were so many yellow flags, there were so many virtual safety cars, so many safety cars. Enjoyed it. But okay, time for our final thing we do every time we do our podcast. Do you have your predictions for next race?
Yeah. Monza.
Oh yes, Monza next race. Sorry. My bad. Monza. Italiano.
Okay.
Is that ना?
This hafte, na? It's back to back, yeah. Come on. So, guys, we are doing race predictions for the next race weekend, which is the Temple of Speed. Woohoo! Himika, your thoughts?
Kind of P1.
Lando P1? I think Max P1.
गाड़ी नहीं है यार. I
But
wish you were right.
I'm
I
I'm
so
just I'm just I'm just being ambitious. Max P1.
wow. I love a Lewis fan being ambitious and calling for a max
I want
P1.
to
This
win
is what
that.
the beauty
Hamilton
of
Hamilton gets back
yes.
into the top 5.
Hamilton top five. I would say Ferrari at least one DNF
Okay.
again. Uh,
Monza.
Max on the podium.
Hadjar will be back in the top 8. Yeah.
Uh, Albon top 10.
I also have a feeling that one of the Mercedes cars will have a DNF.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing Kimi again for some reason, but
Maybe Kimi. Yeah, maybe
hmm,
Kimi for me. बस ठीक
I
है
think Max
3-4 हो गए. Let's
holds
see
the
how it goes. Thank you so much, Amiga, for joining in. I mean, something that you got to do anyways. You have to join in. You have no option. But we just hope that McLaren comes back. We hope Ferrari comes back as well. And we hope it's a great race next weekend.
Okay, so guys, that's pretty much it for today. We had a great time. I hope the next race is less heartbreak for both of us, and we both finally get something of redemption. And please let us know what was your most favorite part about this race and about this podcast, if you have any, and give us your questions. I still want to know why Charles did not get that penalty. So if you have a better reason, I would love to read it. And yeah, based on that, it was a great time. Thank you so much, guys, for all the love that you give us on our YouTube and on Instagram. We really appreciate it, and we are trying everything we can to bring this to you every week from any corner of the world, as you have seen. And yeah, thank you for sticking with us. We love you guys, and we will see you after next race. So cute, Stalin.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Emeka.